It's that time of year where we look to the future and not just to Football Manager 2023, but beyond. This is 23 Wonderkids to watch on FM23. Hello there, my name is Anderz, and today we are having a look at 23 plus a few more Wonderkids that we will expect to see come through on Football Manager 2023. We are using the fantastic database update by Espen over at our friends Passion 4 FM. And this database basically puts in a load of 15, 16, 14-year-olds into FM22, and he's done some great scouting to basically have a look at what we think is going to be future Wonderkids, probably on FM23, maybe on FM24 and beyond. For some of these young kids, they're probably not going to be on 23. They might not make it till 24, but they are some great talents that are going to be gracing the world of football very, very soon. And some of these names here you'll be very familiar with in about 5 years' time. So, without any further ado, we're going to have a look at 23 Wonderkids to watch for FM23. Okay, we're going to go in reverse order, so I've attempted to rank these players from 23 all the way up to 1, and you probably won't be surprised to see who's number 1 if you've had a look at the thumbnail. Right, we'll start at number 23, and Landry Farr, who is a Spanish player at Barcelona, and he's a very fast, intelligent, imposing centre-back who has been a key part of a great young group of talent coming through at Barcelona, and won't be the last player we shall see from that lineup. Next up is Gianluca Prestiani. We're heading over to Argentina now, and Vélez, and this is a young attacking midfielder who has got an incredible explosive burst of pace which he uses to beat defenders, and he's very impressive, and a young Argentine who is one of the best in South America coming through the ranks. Next, we've got German Paul Wanner, who is at Bayern Munich, and this incredible talent probably appears quite low down on this list, a lot earlier than many will be expecting, especially considering he's already has first team experience at Bayern Munich. He's likely to reach his peak earlier than a lot of players on these lists because he's already playing at a high level. But will his height be as high as them? I'm not quite sure whether some of the players appearing above him in this list have got a bit more potential, but he is a great player and one you will definitely be seeing on FM23. Hitting number 20, and it's our first visit to England. It might be our last visit to England. Who knows? We've got Manchester United youngster Shea Lacey, who has the potential to be a generational talent, as do many of the players on this list. But not just at Man United, at England as well. And he is deadly from a dead ball situation, being compared to David Beckham in that regard. Number 19 is Alexandru Maxim, a Romanian youngster from FCSB. He's an impressive young goalkeeper, and he already stands at 6'6", and that's just at 15, and the sky is literally the limit for this young Romanian keeper. He's very much one to watch for the future. And rounding out this group of 5, number 18 is Warren Zaire-Emery, our first visit to France and PSG. He is a young, talented playmaker in a similar mould to Luka Modric, I have read, and he's already on the cusp of the PSG first team, so don't be surprised if you see him making a few appearances in the upcoming season for the French champions. Our first bank of bonus players comes from around the world, so we've got Mexican Alex Alcala at LA Galaxy, Argentinian Luca Romero at Lazio, Croatian Luka Vuskovic at Hajduk Split, and Romanian Enes Sali at Farul. Back to the list, and number 17 is Elias Bancara, another German over at Dortmund. This highly rated centre-back is now at Dortmund. He was at Mainz, and he's a future leader at club and country because he already captains the German under-15 side, and he's a very, very impressive young centre-back. Number 16 is our first visit to Brazil, and we're back in South America with Pedro Enrique at Corinthians, and this is a very talented left-sided midfielder who's deadly from a set-piece as well, and he is one of a number of incredible Brazilians in their youth setup right now who feature on this list, part of a great young, I think under-15 Brazilian side who've won some competitions at a national level. Arijan Ibrahimovic, a German Kosovan at Bayern, is no relation to Zlatan, but he is next on our list, number 15. But he does have a great upside, so there is that linkage there as well. He's another young talent in the Bayern ranks, and Ibrahimovic is already touted as being a natural replacement for Leroy Sané in their attacking midfield. Kees Smit, a young Dutch player at AZ, is a technically gifted central midfielder who is apparently incredible at reading the game, and that's exceptional reading of the game. And he continues to improve above all expectations. So every article I've read about this young lad is how he's improved and improved and improved much more than anyone is expecting. So that gives him some incredible potential if he keeps that up as he gets older and more established in the game. The final player on this bank of 5 is Simon Pafunde at Udinese. I probably butchered his name, but he's a roaming playmaker who is very creative off the ball, and he's known for his incredible quick feet. So when he's got the ball, he can get past you. When he's off the ball, he'll get into space and cause chaos going forward. The next group of young talent that was just missed out on this list features quite a few Ajax players. So we've got Caden Wolf, Tommy Hogan Setford, and Emre Unavar, all at Ajax, along with Zepiqueno Redmond at Feyenoord, which is easy for me to say. Back to the main list now, and number 12 is Portuguese Sana Fernandez. He is the latest in a long line of talented wingers at Sporting. He's a very creative winger, and he's firmly already on the radar of Barcelona. Can he be as good as the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo? Number 11 is a very familiar name. It's Ethan Mbappe at PSG. Now, unsurprisingly, Kylian's younger brother is expected to be a very good footballer, and he's completely different though. He's a technically gifted left midfielder and will no doubt feature in PSG's first team before long. There are a couple of really good youth players at PSG, and they are both on the cusp of the first team. Breaking into the top 10 now, and Dutch Levi Akiyampong at Ajax is one of a many incredible crop of young players coming through the ranks at Ajax right now, and he is a talented central midfielder with impressive technique. Staying in Holland and staying with Ajax, we've got Leifei Oldenstam, who is an attacking right winger in the Ajax youth setup, and he is incredible. He's great going forward. He's got a very creative mind, and he's got a good end product as well, so he'll get plenty of assists from that right-hand side of midfield. Number 8, and the final man in this group of 5, and the final man from Ajax as well, is Arijan Bonita, who is a Belgian. He's come over from the Anderlecht Academy, and you've probably heard of him from his incredible technique you'll have seen as a 9-year-old at the Anderlecht Academy. But he's a serious talent amongst a very talented group of youngsters at Ajax, and he looks set to live up to the hype. Now the players who have just missed out in Germany, we've got Dennis Seaman at Stuttgart, Nelson Vapor at Mainz, Yardel Kanga, a Swedish player at Leverkusen, and Tarek Bushman at Bayern Munich. Number 7 on the list is Thiago Balbuena, the final Argentinian who appears. He plays for Lanús, and he's an incredible attacker with great ball control and mesmerising footwork. The young Argentinian is one of, if not the best talent to come out of the country in recent years. We've then got Julian Duranville, a Belgian at Anderlecht. He is a right winger who was already featured for the Anderlecht first team, and that is set to continue in the new season. He's an explosive winger who continues to get better and better. Back to Barcelona next for number 5, who is Arno Pradas. He is a creative winger with great technique, but somehow Pradas is not the best young talent at Barcelona right now. He is very capable, however, on both sides of the pitch and comfortable with the ball at his feet going forward. Number 4 is Luis Guillerme, a Brazilian at Palmeiras, and he won't be the last player from Palmeiras to feature in this list, but he is incredibly talented, as is everyone else on this list. He's an attacking midfielder who has already drawn plenty of comparisons to a young Rivaldo, and he's already got the attentions of Real Madrid. Now, the final group of bonus players for you to keep an eye on are English players, or players playing in England at least. We've got Ethan Nwaneri at Arsenal, Tyler Dibbling at Southampton, Jobe Bellingham, who you will probably be aware of because of his famous brother, who is still at Birmingham, and Ben Doak, who is Scottish and at Liverpool. Okay, so we are into the top 3. These are the best 3 players who I expect to be Wonderkids on FM23, and they're all available in this database by Espen, which you'll be able to download in a link in the description down below. But Right, without any further ado, number 3 is a familiar name. It's Jose Antonio Reyes Lopez. He's a Spanish player at Real Madrid, and he is a forward who is in a very similar mould to his famous father, and he's already been lighting things up at a youth team level for Real Madrid as well. The expectation is for his silky skills and goal-scoring knack to continue as he develops and gets older, and maybe he'll eclipse the ability and honours of his famous father. Number 2 is, staying in Spain, Lamine Yamal, who is touted as the best talent at La Masia for Barcelona in a long while. This inside forward has got tons of ability and even more potential. He's not just a deadly creator, but he can also finish as well. He's one to watch at Barcelona as they have an incredible crop of young players and they look to rebuild going forward into the future. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. There's no real surprise here. Number 1 on this list is Enrique, the Brazilian at Palmeiras. He's 15 years of age, and he's the hottest young talent in world football today. This young striker will be, if he isn't already, on the shortlist of all of the major clubs in and around Europe, around the world essentially, and he's probably going to have about a 60 million release clause from reports coming out of Brazil. So he will be attainable for some of the big clubs if they want to take the punt on him. But it must be a matter of time before he leaves South America to go to Europe. And he's going to be huge on FM23 and probably every iteration of the game for the next 15 years. And I can't wait. And hopefully you'll be able to sign him and he will rebuild your squad and guide you to the promised land on FM23. Okay then, so there we have it. 23 of the best Wonderkids that we're expecting to feature on FM23, plus a bonus 16 as well. So you've had a lot more than 23, you lucky people. If you've enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button. Let me know down in the comments below which of these Wonderkids you are looking forward to getting your hands on as FM23 comes out, probably in November. And let me know if I've missed anyone off this list. Obviously, not an exhaustive list. I've done a little bit of research. There's loads and loads of really talented young footballers out there right now. So I'm bound to have missed someone. But let me know in the comments down below. And obviously, please hit subscribe. A button should be appearing about here for you to do that. And some videos over here for you to watch as well. So thank you very much for taking your time out today to watch my list of Wonderkids that we expect to see on FM23. Thank you very much. And I will see you next time.